Hello everyone, welcome to this video. If you're new to this channel, my name is Moyo and you're so welcome to She Bites. I make videos all about food, faith and lifestyle, and I'd like to welcome you to this knife skills series. Lots of you asked on my Instagram that you'd like to see some knife skills, so I'm going to be doing some vegetable and meat knife skills, or random knife skills anyways. This is going to be the first episode where I'm going to be showing you how to cut carrots, onions and green pepper with a variety of knives. Okay, so if you're interested, stay tuned because there's lots of valuable tips for you to pick up from here. Thank you for watching. So I'm going to start off by showing you my knife set. As a culinary student, I have a knife set where I keep all my knives, my knife sharpener, and other kitchen equipment like peelers, nozzles for pastry, pincers, thermometer, anything else that you know that you're going to need when you're in the kitchen. I keep it in here. I'm going to be showing you my two most used knives. Those are my chef knives. I have one which is just a regular Victorinox chef knife, and I have a really special one as well. So I have this lovely amazing Japanese knife that was given me to Davy from Restaurant Veranda. Guys, like when I want to use this knife, like even myself I dey fear. Like, do you understand? Like, I have to think, I have to concentrate myself because I'm not trying to cut myself with this knife. It's so easy to use and it's just amazing. This is my honing knife, which I can use to sharpen my knives when I need to. Easily, in 2 minutes, you can get a really sharp knife. Next, I'm going to show you some of the more common knives in our house. This first pink one, this is the knife that your auntie, mommy, everybody has used to cut chicken bone, to cut this and that, to open cans. This is what these knives look like. I know you have one in your house too, okay? Then, there's another knife which is more like a butcher's knife. I'm just showing you this one because it's less used in my house and therefore the blade is still very much intact. Now, when it comes to cutting, you want to have a nice and sturdy chopping board. I'm going to be showing you the difference when I cut with each of these knives. You can see for the first one, it was like more energy. For this one, it also took a bit more energy, but it was a cleaner cut. With my Victorinox knife, it was much easier to go through. And last of all, with my Japanese knife, it literally cuts like butter. Like I didn't even have to use any energy. The sharper your knife is, the less energy you're going to need to use when you're cutting things up. You're not supposed to be using your energy, you're supposed to be using the blade of the knife to do the work. Now let's start the actual cutting. So we're going to start with a carrot that has been peeled. After you've peeled your carrot nicely, what you want to do is take off the tops and the tails. And then you're going to basically cut a thin slice over one side so you can have a flat surface to place your carrot on the chopping board. Then you're going to cut it into even slices. It's very important that you try as much as possible to get the slices even. Okay? As much as possible, obviously. Then you're going to try as much as possible to stack up these slices, and then you're going to slice them again to form nice thin strips. After you form your thin strips, you're then going to bring those strips together, and then you're going to cut nice, small and even cubes. I know this might seem like a bit extra at this point in time, but trust me, it makes a big difference to your food. When you have nice and even cuts of vegetables, everything cooks at the same time. Everything, you have the same amount of crunch or bite in your food, and it makes a huge difference to the chopping time as well because you get accuracy much quicker. Next up, we're going to be cutting some green pepper. This applies to obviously all kinds of peppers. People get a bit annoyed when it comes to peppers, I think, because they're a bit like slippery to cut, but trust me, they're super easy. Just cut them off the stem as you can see me doing. Don't try, there's a couple of ways to do it right, but this is a nice way to just get the center out really quickly. Remove all the seeds and all the white pith that is bitter. And then you have two options. You can slice it just as it is, or you can actually slice it into half first to get really nice and thin strips. Then, as we did before, slice it into what we call juliennes or small strips, thin strips, and then you can then go again to form your small cubes. This is actually super easy. You get even cuts really quickly. Can you see the way I'm holding my hand in this video? My knuckles are always pointed outwards, and my thumb and my pinky are always hidden behind that. This is to ensure that I do not cut myself while I'm going quickly with my knife. Always protect your thumb, guys, and your fingers. They are super easy to just get caught in the knife if you're not paying attention. So always make sure that your knuckles are forward so that if anything wants to hit you, it will hit your knuckles instead. Okay? For our third and final vegetable, we're going to be cutting onions. First, you want to top and tail them. If you're into gardening, you can always plant the tail, and that's going to grow into a lovely onion for you in your garden. Just peel it and then do not cut it in two. When we want to cut nice and fine dice of onion, I've actually found the easiest way is not to cut it in two. So you want to make thin incisions down the body of the onion, as you can see me doing in the picture. Then you're going to go the other way after you cut it in half. So after you've cut it in half, then you're going to make thin incisions all the way down. This way you're going to have very small and even cuts once you start to cut into the onion with your knife. Then you're just going to start slicing through, and as you can see, all your nice tiny cubes just come as you keep slicing. This is the best way to cut onions. Onions already give you stress, so you don't want to spend too much time playing with them. Then when you have the end, you're just going to slice through the ends and then chop them to form the small dice again. This way you're not banging on top of your onions, causing more juice to come out, causing you to cry more. This way you handle the onions as little as possible and you get the perfect fine dice that you're looking for. Next, we're going to be slicing onions. When it comes to slicing onions, you can actually cut the onion in half before you peel it. It's much easier to peel when it's cut in half. And then you're just going to place it on the counter and make thin incisions all the way round. It's super simple. And then after you've reached kind of the top of the onion, you're going to place it back down again and then just keep going until you have all your onions nicely and thinly sliced. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. These are I think the basics that you're going to need when it comes to cutting vegetables in the kitchen in general. We've done carrots, green peppers, and onions. You can apply for any kind of peppers. You can apply for things like zucchini, courgette, any kind of thick vegetable that you're going to want to use. So I'm so glad that you watched this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and I hope it helps you out. Like it if you've enjoyed it and share it with your friends and family who you think would enjoy it as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.